truck is in. It's Rusty and Carson Hocevar on the front row. Green flag. We're racing in Chicago.
Oh, man.
Bunch of cars in the wall and they're crashing. Rusty, Radman, Dale Reynolds. Caution flags out. You had about 3 or 4 cars slam the fence coming off turn number 4. And they all accordion together and go for a ride off the corner.
I mean, it starts even further up than this with Justin Champagne. You'll see him on screen right here, just smacks the wall. And again, it's like 5 or 6 cars simultaneously. Weird.
Yeah, it's Champagne on back, really. Sean does it. Dale does it. DT does it behind him. This is on board with Wes Graham. He somehow sneaks through all this and just keeps it off the wall.
Man, it's so rare from these guys. A little bit of...
Here we go. Hocevar and Harry Tiller on the front row for the restart. Green flag.
Let's see how aggressive these guys get on this restart. Carson Hocevar was one of those guys that really sent it in early, and now with Harry Tiller down to his inside, I anticipate more of the same here. Sean Butler peeking down to the inside, clips the apron just a little bit. Here comes Cozy. Schildhouse is loose in front of him. He's going to make it 3 wide for just a second down the backstretch.
Yeah, he got the wall, but he's able to hold on as the field rockets back to turn 3. Side by side from third on back. Champagne on the outside, Butler on the bottom, Cozy looking down there as well. They keep it clean this time around, and Hocevar leads lap number 5.
And again, these cars absolutely on edge right now. Look at Sean Butler wiggling around just a little bit. Cozy is well behind him. Champagne has a run, doesn't have anywhere to go with it though. Boxed in between the 32 and the 99.
They're on edge, but they're also flying around this racetrack.
Absolutely.
It's compared to the next gen, it's unbelievable how fast these guys are going. 200 miles an hour by the time you get to turn number 1 and have to get off the gas to get down into the corner at around 170, 180 mile an hour.
Everybody's just searching anywhere they can for grip right now, and fortunately, pre-race we saw that the weather graphic didn't talk about it much, but a cool 70-degree track temp right now gives these guys a lot of grip to kind of search around this racetrack.
Yeah, the air temp 67 degrees. Of course, it helps that we're running at about 10:15 in the morning on board with Ryan Vargas and the Argus machine that's back just inside the top 10. He's fighting for 8th with Justin Champagne. Get a nice shot from here all the way up to the front and the leader.
And you could really see there down the backstretch a lot of guys just wiggling around. Again, just trying to find any type of real estate that they can. You see Frisch is maneuvering down to the apron right now. Gets to the inside of Harry a little ahead of him.
Hocevar's loose in front of Sean, and they both get the wall.
Guess who that puts right in it? Michael Cozy Jr., P3 right now. Sean looking at the inside of Hocevar. Again, that back end just stepping out. One slip up from Hocevar. Sean here.
Oh, trouble! Frisch! Through the grass, off turn 4. That's your championship leader. He got loose off the corner, fighting with Harry Tiller. We stay green. Sliding up. Oh.
Really close call there. And you saw Breyer, he was trying to use that outside lane, the momentum, and is now going to try to use it to carry him down to the inside.
I don't know if you could see that on the broadcast or not. I just saw Cozy turn hard to the right in the middle of turn number 3. I saw the gloves come over through the windshield. Oh, boy.
And they are just absolutely wheeling these things right now. And this side-by-side racing between Breyer and Cozy could give Hocevar an opportunity to try to pad this lead a little bit. Don't know how long you really want to stay engaged in this side-by-side battle, but if you're Breyer, you need this spot. And look at the run they both get.
And of course, Costa can't go to the bottom because the 19's down there. So he's kind of boxed in just behind the 78 of Hocevar. He just needs a mistake out of Carson. We're snake drafted.
I know. It's been the last few laps here. Cozy using it outside. The momentum that he gets on exit here has been so valuable. You see Breyer almost got clear of him to about the quarter panel, but then, I mean, both of them, the 99 and the 19, just rocket forward. Just
to the inside. Can't get down there yet. They'll hold it down there, but Carson gets the better run off the high side. And sometimes I think it's trying to break the draft, Caleb. Other times I think it's just Carson doesn't have control of the race car.
Well, I mean, that definitely helps for sure. I mean, when the car steps out as much as it does off the exit of the corner, it just kind of naturally takes you down. That's why you see so many guys use this apron as Michael Cozy Jr. tagged the wall just a little bit, but that's not going to stop him from looking down to the inside. They're side by side into turn one now for the lead.
Yeah, he went top. Carson went up to block, so Cozy said, all right, I'll hang a left. I'll drop down to the bottom. They'll be side by side up off the corner. Advantage Hocevar.
And now they're, I mean, just still all over the place. Right now, Breyer steps out big time, saves it, but going to give Cozy sole possession of that second spot.
Try. We are 2-3 laps away from halfway in race one. Have we mentioned this race is flying by? Because it is.
Look who else is in this battle as well. We haven't really talked about him. David Schildhouse, though. Breyer almost tags the wall. That stacks Sean Butler up behind him. And now we could have 5-6 cars all in contention for this lead. All
now
together
remember,
in a pack right now.
Hocevar loose up on the outside. Remember, they are going to have to make a pit stop yet. We have had Melillo and Dale Reynolds on the pit road in the last lap, both for 4 tires and fuel. Melillo falls a lap down. Dale's already off the pit lane.
Oh,
whoa, Hocevar! Where is he going? In the wall, and he's going to lose all of his time, his speed, and maybe more.
That car is damaged for sure. And
I think he has a flat.
Yeah.
Robert Dorman is the last car that has yet to make a pit stop. He is your race leader in the 46. Oh, trouble, Melillo! Into the wall! Caution's out. He got hit by Carson Hocevar. You can see he's not happy. Watch the 78 and the 53.
Just drives through him.
Yeah, he just... Obviously, he was faster. I'm going to need another angle, but it looked like there was another way around Justin there than just driving through. Could have gone to the tippy top there, around him 3 wide. Instead, he just gives him the chrome horn, and around goes Melillo. Here we go. 11 laps to settle it at Chicagoland. Green flag.
That third row, Robert Dorman didn't get going, stacks up everybody behind him. And here comes Sean Butler. He's looking to the inside. They're 3 wide momentarily for the lead, and everybody fanning out throughout the field right now.
Robert Dorman is plummeting through the field as they come up off the corner. They're 3 and 4 wide, trying to get around that 46 and company in the middle of the pack. You see Vargas stuck there in the middle with Harry Tiller, Radman, and more. Side by side for the lead up off the corner. Cozy takes it away from McCandless.
We are 5 wide for a second behind him. I don't know how we haven't wrecked. Dorman's in the wall, and now he's
there. It is.
Oh, there they go.
Frisch, Vargas, DT up into the air. Caution's out. So this is really a 2-part crash. Dorman squeezes Tiller up to the wall, and then watch Frisch. He just drives into the back of Vargas. Frisch came over the radio and said he was just trying to get by the incident up on the outside, but I mean, that's more egregious, I think, than what Hocevar did to Justin Melillo to bring out this last caution. I mean, he just drives through like there isn't a car there.
Yeah, I get the logic there of wanting to clear that wreck, because if anyone comes down, if Frisch gets off the throttle, he's in it. So I get where he's coming from with that, but also you have cars in front of you. It doesn't look like if he wanted to run over Vargas, there's better ways to do it, right? So I totally get what he was doing there, just in case anyone came off the wall, he was in the wreck, but he ended up being in the wreck anyway. Big contact there for DT as well.
Cozy on the outside, Blake McCandless on the inside. Green flag.
Same thing right here. Schildhouse didn't get going, and now everybody on that outside is going to jump past. Look at Sean Butler. He's going to try to go through the middle 3 wide here underneath Cozy.
You could see it with Briar LaPrade. He was itching to go 4 wide, but he didn't want to send it. They're 3 wide for second, and they're crashing in the back. Caution's out. Case, Kallenbach, and Rusty.
No, not that 59 machine. No.
And
Rusty's
loose. Doing the turkey walk, and then, Case just lost it. Bounces off Dorman, and then up into Rusty. Nowhere to go. Green flag. Here we go. 2 to go at Chicagoland. Here comes Hocevar. 3 wide on the outside. They're 3 wide further back, but all eyes on the top spot.
I was about to say that Theory off to a good start there, Jacob. They're side by side. Blake McCandless sliding up the racetrack a little bit. Garrett Smithley going to cut off the run of that 78 machine. They're still side by side, 3 rows deep and 4 behind them.
3 wide further back. Here they come up off the corner. McCandless down on the bottom. Slides up the racetrack. Cozy with the run. White flag in the wind. 1 more lap to go. It is McCandless at the line, barely.
We'll see if Cozy can use that momentum on the outside. Big send from Hocevar behind him, but I don't think he has enough time. Briar LaPrade sliding up the racetrack. Can they get back to McCandless now?
Cozy's boxed in up on that outside line. Briar, big drive into turn number 3. Here comes Hocevar ripping the wall, the video game move. LaPrade is loose. Here comes Cozy on the outside. Side by side of the finish line. McCandless gets it done. This is the replay. You see Hocevar up in the wall. Then he gets loose and kicks off the wall. Oh, and dang, Champagne gets taken out there. Justin Malillo, by the way, came across the line in 10th through all of that. Yikes. All right, here we go. 50 more laps up on the board. Race 2 is underway at Chicago.
The Champagne on the bottom, not waiting around to go to the bottom, trying to see if he can take the lead early on. DT's going to be the one holding the stick here in front of the field. As we've seen here in core competition, Champagne not afraid to push early and push hard as he's to the bottom of Carson Hocevar, and they're about to go 3 wide into turn number 1.
DT leads the lap. He still hasn't won a race in like 4 years, but there you have it. He led a lap. And Champagne washed up the racetrack, almost took out Hocevar. That's going to bring Hocevar back to DT. He cuts back to the bottom. Here comes Vargas looking for 3rd on Champagne.
And watch him fan out right now. Hocevar is going to try to slide down. Momentum going to carry him up towards that outside wall. DT has a run, though, down on the inside. Champagne, Vargas side by side behind him still. And, I mean, lots of fanning out over the racetrack, but holding formation for the most part right now. Here comes DT. He's got to be careful not to hit the wall.
And he really washed up the racetrack there, but he holds on. Still a good battle for 3rd between Champagne and Vargas. You've got Frisch and Schildhouse side by side behind them as DT bounces it off the fence pretty hard.
Might try to get 2nd here from DT, maybe even make a charge for the lead. I don't think he's quite going to have that room, but he could get down to the inside. Theoretically, a good run off the corner. He's going to fall in line, though, behind Hocevar here going into turn number 3. Doesn't look very patient right now, though.
Up to that high line. Champagne looking low Coming into the trial, will almost get in the back of Carson, right on the rear bumper of that 78 machine, trying to make something happen in the turns 1 and 2 here. Going to take a look to the bottom. Looks like the mid to high line's been what's been preferred tonight, especially with corner exit. But Champagne's going to come up the track and almost get into the door of Carson Hocevar. Not going to happen this time.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't look now, but here comes Frisch. 3 wide for the lead. Frisch with a great seat to watch. And watch Hocevar up on the outside. Will he get the momentum? Oh, man, Champagne really washed it up and about got into DT, but he has the nose down the back stretch.
We've got a 4-way battle for the lead here, and either way, anyone could take it. Davin playing spoiler, taking the advantage off of that missed opportunity, but he's going to have to defend against, again, like you said, 2 of the most aggressive drivers in one racing career championship. Carson Hocevar to the lead going into 1.
And outside line's really been his favorite, but now here comes Frisch. All the way up, he's not clear. Hocevar shuts the door on him. Now contact between Champagne and DT that allows Breyer to get by. And here comes Vargas right behind them, as well as Gabe Wood got off the pace. Not sure what happened to him, but frankly, I don't care. New leader, it's Frisch.
Frisch really sent it, though, in turns 3 and 4, and that opens the door for Hocevar again. Here comes Brian LaPrade. He's going to peek 3 wide down to the inside. No, Hocevar is going to take it away. Big send out of the 78. He might put it in the wall. They're 4 wide for the lead at Chicagoland off 2.
How did that work?
Didn't. They was trying to wreck there towards the bottom. Breyer and Champagne getting a little bit of contact. Champagne has got so much other paint on his car right now. It's a shame it's painted white because you can see the stripes that are into the wall.
And Bradman got in the wall as well. He got hit by Garrett Smithley. We stay green as now Radman's off the pace.
I mean, I'm just saying, watch out for this Cozy machine. We're on board with him right now. We saw him, how aggressive he was to try to get up to the front. Down to the inside of Hocevar right now. Hocevar is going to take that lane away, though. And this has really been the most action-packed spot on the racetrack right now. Now Cozy's going to try to get down to the inside. No. Champagne's going to fly on by. Going to get stalled out, though, with Hocevar. DT's in the wall. Turn!
Off of Cozy and hard into the outside wall. Caution's out for the first time, 20 laps in. And once again, it's the outside wall in turn 4. They need to push that thing back like 5 feet because it's been that spot that's been Calamity Corner.
You can see him pushing towards the exit, starting to wiggle, and that line of cars really has nowhere to go.
Hocevar will have to use his fast repair here, I would imagine. A lot of damage to the back end. And I mean, I don't even think he got the wall there until he got turned by Champagne. I know DT obviously got the wall behind.
Green light, green flag.
Yep, we are back to green. Well, that's good to know because not all of our viewers, not all of our racers are from the U.S., so fair play. I just wasn't sure if you looked that up in the interview or if you just knew it offhand, so perfect.
I would never lie to you, Jacob.
Frisch, oh boy, he's loose off turn 2. LaPrade to the lead and a big old crash. Hocevar again. DT, Blake McCandless is involved. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Just loose and nowhere for the 20 to go, and then they all just didn't have anywhere to go coming up off the corner.
Yeah, and that's so easy to do, especially on new tires, and these cars don't have a lot of downforce, obviously, if you've never driven one. I'm sure David feels really bad about it, but once he watches the replay back, there was absolutely nowhere for him to go. Davin just trying to make it stick in the middle. That is very, very difficult to do as well. And once it starts to slide, you can overcorrect and put it in the wall or just trying to hope it figures itself out. And unfortunately, right in front of David Schildhaus.
He's got to drive through the field right now to get back onto the lead lap. Oh! Oh, no, Cozy!
God.
Well, that's not...
Oh, no!
Hold on. Hold on.
That's not...
Hold on.
That's not what we meant by drive-through, Davin. That's not...
What happened?
What? Why'd he do that?
Ben said go. Ben was like, all right, DT, go. And I was like, all right, I'm going. And then suddenly Cozy went down in front of me.
Championship implications!
Michael, a green flag. We have followed off the rails live on FTF. Brian LaPrade gets us back to green. We'll see how much the damage could hurt Cozy. Here comes Champagne, 3 wide on the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know how Cozy's still racing right now. Breyer's going to slide up big time off turn number 2. Michael P. Frisch going to peek down to the inside. No, he's going to stick in line. They're 3 wide behind him. Vargas with a run to the outside of Cozy right now. Champagne down to the inside as well. They might be side by side for second.
Oh, go! There goes Cozy off the bumper of Vargas. Still green, championship implications at the front.
Yeah, got loose in the center of the corner. He's got left rear damage on the back of the car, so I'm sure that had something to do with it and just lost it right in front of Vargas. Similar situation to what we saw with Davin and David Schildhouse, but just a lot worse as they are fighting hard here at the front.
Pratt out in front by about 3 car lengths over Frisch. Then it's Champagne, Vargas, and then this gaggle of cars. He's able to straighten it out, but he's going to lose a spot because of it.
Yeah, I mean, right now, this 71 car, I mean, I've had my eye on him the last few laps. It almost feels by far the fastest car on the racetrack right now.
Vargas gets turned down the back straightaway. Single car got turned by Garrett Smithley. There may have been even more contact to set that whole thing off. I think Garrett may have gotten hit by Sean Butler and like a Brian Vickers, Jimmy Johnson, Talladega thing. We're going to need a replay of it.
And take a look at it here. Zach on the 1s and 2s. See, it does look like the 32 just taps him, but it...
Did they make contact as Garrett got into him?
It's hard to say. I think he may have just been coming up and everything happened at the same time.
Frisch has closed down this gap between he and Breyer right now. Breyer just too much momentum off exit.
Wes Graham, caution flags out, turn 2. We're going to get a restart inside, 10 laps to go.
I didn't know any better. I think Wes took Case Collenbach's lunch money or something. He just decides he will not be playing the video game anymore. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. Eesh. Was there, like, they've been side by side for a couple laps, but wowzers. Brian LaPrade and Michael P. Frisch on the front row. 5 to go. Green flag.
Watch out for Harry here up the outside. He's trying to do what Carson did last race. 3-4 wide. Breyer with a good advantage, though.
Malillo is in trouble. Saved it. And here comes Blake, looking for second on Michael P. Frisch.
Big moment from Brian LaPrade here at the top of the field. No need to tire save now. 38 machine to the bottom, trying to get something done on the 32. Sails it into the bottom. They are 3 wide. Tiller looking outside of Sean Butler. Champagne's not going to get the run on the inside.
Man, I thought Blake was going to rip the front bumper off of Frisch coming off turn number 2. He slid it right on in there and was able to make it work. Frisch trying to cross him back over. Coming to 3 laps to go.
And they're fanning out big time going into turn number 1 now. Frisch with sole possession of that second position for right now. Here comes Blake trying to split the middle again with that momentum. They're 3 wide, and meanwhile, Breyer's just pulling on away. They're going to have to regroup here if they want to stay with the number 19 machine going into 3.
That clean air has been king for Brian LaPrade, and that's what's gotten him to victory lane in some of these most recent races. Down the stretch, a late restart, he gets out in front, and they just can't catch him. 2 to go.
And Frisch is digging. He was just dancing off of turn number 4, doing everything he can in that 58 machine to try and get something done here. Breyer goes to the bottom. Frisch looking up top, trying to use that clean air. He's going to have a big run coming off of turn 2 here. He will be at the bumper of the 19 on the exit of 4.
Oh, Blake tagged the wall.
Yep, he's still in the wall. Frisch is still ripping the top side. We may have a banger here at Chicagoland. White flag in the air, 1 to go. It's a 2-horse race. LaPrade and Frisch back to turn 1 for the last time.
And I mean, Frisch is right in the tire tracks right now on that outside lane, trying to mirror every move this 19 makes. Down the backstretch off of turn number 2 right now. Does the 58 machine have anything for him? We'll find out as they go into 3.
Breyer took the line away in 1 and 2. Frisch throws it up there against the outside wall. LaPrade down on the inside. Can Frisch get the momentum back to the start-finish line? The answer's no. LaPrade wins at Chicago. Oh, and he gets body slammed.
God. Terrible wreck.